Looks like things are working. Test a few things real quick, make sure that things are working properly. And for some reason, I don't think some things are displaying properly. So I don't think I set my goal at 1,000. I'm not sure what's up with that. think I confused a buddy of mine. His name is Stanley. And when I posted I was going to be playing the Stanley Parable, he gave me this look like, what are you talking about? Sorry, Stanley. Alright, so... Okay. The ding 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 ding. That's me testing out an overlay that I'm using, and for some reason it's not showing the correct extra life information for some reason. And that might be because I haven't raised any money yet. So, hmm, whatever. All right, let's close this and get over to enough with the ding. I think. Well, it looks like everything should be working, but maybe I need to restart the stream for that to happen. I don't know. I'm not going to do that right now. We'll worry about that later. For now, let's go start up the Stanley Parable and see if we fix the issues with the audio. And we can go on an adventure. And apparently my cats are watching me. Hi, River. What you doing? Oh, yeah? You gonna watch some Stanley Parable with me? Uh-huh. You're silly. My female cat's chirping at me over there. My male cat doesn't care. He's half asleep. All right, cross our fingers. Hey, there we go.
Computer, hit keys. Make good happen.
Okay. Well, this is awesome. So let's get this started here, and people can catch up if they come to the channel later. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never loading. All right. I haven't played this in so long. I know basically what it is, but if you make different choices, it does different stuff each time, so this should be fairly interesting. Everything works, I think. God. Speaking of Stanley, I would like to thank Stanley for the amazing vape that he has provided me that I still need to pay him for.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Fantastic.
And Stanley was happy.
Yes. I am happy pushing
and then
buttons,
one day,
sir.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
Stanley
call
wants
a
to
meeting,
push buttons.
or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, well, here we go. Now, why anybody would put file cabinets back there, I have no idea. By the way, I can't jump. If you ever decide to play this, you can't jump. You're kind of like, I guess gravity is really beep, beep, beep. I can't hit buttons. I can hear that clock though. That time is very wrong. Make happen. things and stuff. Well, I guess I can't sharpen pencils. Pencils need to be sharpened, but I can't do it. This desk is really trashed. I seem to be stuck there. Aha. Okay. Huh. What is going on in here that there's... Can you hear that rumble? There's like a... But as soon as you step out, it's gone.
Let me in.
See, I don't even think their computers are on. They didn't come to work today. Am I even hitting the right buttons?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hey!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, 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 no. Let me back in. That's my desk. It's slightly disturbing that I've got somebody watching me. I cannot see them. They have no
please.
face.
Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Yes!
No. I can't just give these merits away for such
Give me
little
the
effort.
cheese.
A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Yes, I will click 20 times.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Why do I suddenly feel like a monkey? Hello, Lukovex and Recon Sarge. 1975, you're as old as I am. Possibly older, possibly younger, depending on the month. I'm gonna appease this guy since he wants me to click on this door. I feel like I'm just doing this over and over and over.
I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
I'll show you
I want to see
hustle.
commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
I hate you. Suddenly, I hate you. 417? It's the final countdown. Do-do-dee-doo. Do-do-dee-doo-doo. Do-do-dee-doo.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
I have suddenly been turned into a lab rat gerbil hamster. Hello, 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
10 clicks or so. I hate your face, and I haven't even seen it. There it is. 10.
Now, back to door number 437.
These people are just... Pigpen works here. Wait, what door? 437? Yes. 437, there we go.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, we're getting a headache. Alright, turd burglar. Let's see here. 4-1. Wait. There it is.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419's desk.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
I'm so
We've
excited!
almost got it! Now the copy machine,
Yay!
do that one again!
Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm making things happen.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it!
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
I was thinking I was going to come to work and push buttons. Apparently not. Okay. So now what? I feel I went through all that, and I feel like I've done bupkis. Okay.
My heart's beating in my chest.
Let's see. I want to go in there. Oh, wait. 4B3. Why not 4B4?
When Stanley came to
No!
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Are you sure? Hello? What if I just... I don't want to... You know what? No, going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I did this just to not do what you told me to do. Because so far I think you're a poop douchebag.
The door.
Oh. Oh, nope, cannot jump. Where are all the employees? 4B9. Wonder if they would just let me pick stuff up and throw it through the window. What are my controls anyway? Let's see. Keys. Duck. There's a... Oh, I can duck. It's control. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay, I can... Oh, nice. Whoop.
Hello, I am from the Lollipop Guild.
This is if you want to play it from a little person's perspective.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I am drinking it in. Actually, I like the color of the carpet.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yes. Can I have a drink? No, apparently not.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
You're an ass. Time is still wrong.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Hey, listen here, buddy. Maybe I'm exploring. Maybe I'm trying to figure out if this is actually the place that I was supposed to come into work, or I ended up being abducted by you. Let's see, what does this cup say? Coffee nut. I cannot read that. I don't even think I could read that with my glasses. Now, I hear rumor these guys are working on another game like this, but unconfirmed. I guess this knucklehead's not going to talk to me anymore. Let's go ahead and try the next area. The door gonna shut?
But at last,
No!
he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I hate you. I hate you so hard. Alright, fine.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild.
Since we haven't followed his instructions before, let's ignore him again, because I think he's a doof.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You ever think maybe that's why I'm still here, is because I did my own thing? Thought outside the box. Blazed new paths of adventure. Ooh. Wonder how accurate those blueprints are. Is this a thing? No. Wonder if I could just hide under here for the rest of the game. Do not lie. If you are not lying right now, then please stop. No.
Not gonna stop.
Is that gonna shut? I can't even shut it.
No! Ah, you sneaky... Quit pushing buttons.
Ooh, I wonder. Ah, I can't go. Oh. Probably get mad at me if I went in the ladder. Keycard, please, sir. In the sky.
Hand truck.
Let's see. Penalty, misuse of cargo lift. Penalty. Ooh.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yes!
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am very powerful. I've never seen that done in that particular spot before, so that was absolutely new.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go back there. Shall we? Take care, sir.
When Stanley
I
came
don't
to a
think
set
I have
of
any
two
sanity
open
to
doors,
check.
he entered the door.
See what
on
I'm
his
dealing
left.
with here. This game. Yeah, we're gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
No,
Stanley
it
knew
was
it
not.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope, 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 nope. Not gonna do it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Now, here's the thing. I can't get fined because I didn't jump off the cargo lift. I just jumped off the thing. So...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
It's the gun show, baby. I have no guns. I got tattoos, but I have no guns.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so we've already jumped off of that twice, and apparently this guy's a...
When Stanley came
Knuckle.
to a set of two open
So-
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Yeah.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that but eager to get back to
Yes.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. See, this connects to the right hand. Yeah, bite me.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
La, la,
it's
la.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Not listening to you.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes, I am.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Danger
Give me a
everywhere.
chance.
No! Shut up! I'm doing my own thing. We're gonna find stuff and things. Ooh, computer. No? Door? Maybe? Oh! Always locking me out. Not a very good skylight either. Hey, that door connects to that other hallway I couldn't get to. Can I... Please? Let me... No? Okay. Ooh. Spoopy stairwell. Oh, there's 2B3. Hey.
To be or not to be? That is the question. And the answer.
Lovely cabling there in case Stanley wants to hang himself. Do not stand on this side. Stairs and things. Okay. Where the heck are we? No! Well, if this is 2B4, where's 2B after? Or is this a golf room? 2B4! Okay. Never noticed this before, but time is now running backwards. Does anybody else see this? That's slightly disconcerting. What is this? Let's see. A new chapter detailing document features has been added to your rulebook. Check the information thoroughly. Glory to Arstotzka? What? I have no idea. Probably not relevant. Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Did I now? They both look kind of similar. You know, I'm wearing a red shirt, but my favorite color is blue. So, obviously we have to go through the blue door because we're not doing anything this guy says. I don't trust him. Blue door it is.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
hey!
door.
Wall, hello? I like blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue!
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I'm gonna make him blow his stack. Ooh. Maybe we should have gone through the red door.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
How about the
Tell you
ability
what,
to
let me
jump?
take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I like the wooden door. This is new.
Hello? Hello, Clarice?
Oh!
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Okay, here's the problem. Is 1 bad or is 5 bad? 3. It's in the middle.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Yes.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
I want to push more buttons. No, wait. That was buttons. This. Oh, hello. Oh, hi. What is? Let's see. Hi, Simon. Friends list is empty. This, I have never seen this. A dead rat is my superior. That is fantastic. I think I play a little bit better than a dead rat. Is it? Oh, it's going to replay now. Let's try this door. Oh, there's no knob. Really? No knob? I think the knob is the guy talking to me. Let's play with it. Alright, let's go through this door again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure.
Let me boot it up.
I swear if you put me behind...
In
Oh,
this game,
hello.
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation
Hello,
and
baby.
tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Hello,
I think
fire.
the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Sure. Oh my goodness. The sound effects will drive me more insane than playing this for 4 hours. Okay, baby, time to die.
Fire!
Haha, just kidding. Oh, baby. Oh, my goodness. This is like the most epic FPS game I've ever played. Oh, you baby. Okay, I'm done.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
To spite
Because
you,
if it's
sir.
the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
What if I
What do we
refuse?
have here?
Not gonna do it.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Not gonna do it. I refuse. Oh my
Well,
God,
Stanley, is
you
this
have
any better?
got to be kidding
At
me.
last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell
It's
me that,
Minecraft.
Stanley. Will it ever
I
be enough?
Can't jump or
Well, I'll say
dig
this.
or anything.
I'm done making things for you.
What a jerk.
From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then...
Hey, I want to build. I can't dig or jump.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside.
This looks
You've only
like
gotten half the
stuff
experience.
I've built in
Please,
Minecraft.
Step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Sure.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
This is slightly disconcerting. Oh my. Oh, mine. Get it? Mine? That is the actual C14 music, or C3, whatever his name is, from Minecraft. This is insane.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No? You didn't give me a light, you jerk. And I can't... Whoa. I can't go up stuff. Oh well. We'll just keep going down.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Hey! Just as I was getting ready to go exploring. Well, that was a bit of a 5th, 6th wall... gameception.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
Oh, shoot me now.
Trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Yep, we're screwed.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
I cannot believe I'm playing
Genius.
Portal in the Stanley Parable.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you...
Oh. Hey, maybe the Stanley Parable was actually a hidden portal test or something? Perhaps? Can't see crap. That would make sense. Whoa. Does that look like it drops off over there? Yeah, kind of creepy.
It's spoopy. It makes my butt squinch.
Please rate your beta, alpha. Oh, so we fell through. We fell through the game. I jumped. I got tired. Maybe I'm not supposed to be down here. I may have actually broken the thing. Ah! Oops. Well, I'm on a completely different floor than I was before. That has no handle. Hello? I think we broke it. Hey.
There's a light at the end of that tunnel.
Let's go over here first. Oh. Oh. Yes, I'm one of those people that when they're playing a driving game, I tilt my head when I drive because I think it helps. Don't make fun of me. I do what I want. Obviously.
Even though it's not good for me, I do what I want.
Okay, I'm being forced towards the light.
Step into the light.
What's on there? Brain. Oh. They're testing me. Uh-huh. I wish I had a zoom.
All I want to do was in my zoom, 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 and my boom, boom.
Just shake your butt. Okay, that's enough of that.
It's a big blue screen.
Let's see. What do we got? We got, oh, those are cameras. What are we watching, buddy? What's this do? Buttons. Many buttons. Want to push the things. Well.
Huh. I think we did a bad thing.
Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
It's Quite worrisome.
Why am I back here?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Why people leave their stuff on? I pushed the thing and it... Okay. I don't remember doing that before, but that's quite alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on it. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
shut
first,
up!
just to admire it.
Just shut up!
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
I don't like
Then the
you.
feeling went away, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No!
I feel there's more.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Okay, should we...
I'm not your enemy.
Go that way
Really, I'm
again?
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
What? Really?
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Bite
Now
me.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley? All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't
I
let me
think
stop you.
there's a reason you don't want me
You
coming
see?
here.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that?
You're a
Because I did.
selfish
And in
twit,
the
you
end,
know
it was
that?
all for nothing. Because this is what you
Can't
wanted
skip
to
this
see.
blabber.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate
Shut
the
up.
strange and unknowable desires of
Stop.
yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
How about-
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
There
This
we go.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I think we'll go this way.
Okay,
Ah,
I'm
dang
going
it.
to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be
We'll
honest.
pick 5
I'm looking
this
for some
time.
real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
I felt it in my
You
soul.
can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
Don't even try.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
What happens if I go this way?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yes. We'll do 5 this time.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I swear, if this is a baby again...
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Should we just
but of
start hitting
course,
the button,
the
or should we
message
just
of the
not
game
push it at
only
all?
becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Let's give it a shot. I'm really tempted to go play the baby game at some point
Well,
and see
Stanley,
exactly
is this
how
any
long
better?
I can
At
keep my
last, the
sanity.
one thing you've always desired.
I don't think
a
they would
game
make me
I
do
had
it for 4
absolutely
hours,
nothing
though.
to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
I think we'll just
Will
sit
it
here for this
ever
one and
be
see what
enough?
happens this time.
Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
You build your house, buddy.
This will go here.
Here.
No, here.
Here.
And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes,
Look,
of
clouds.
course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
Oh, yeah.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Nope. You can't make me. I can't help but think that he's got... Well, wait a minute. If he's never played this before, how did he know how to build a house? Look at... I'm annoying a video game. Oh, yawns. Kitty's tired. Are you tired? Yeah. My buddy. Brr, 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 brr. It's my cat. If he'll let me grab him, I'll show him to you. Come here. This is Simon. Hello, Simon. He's my buddy. What are you doing? Burr, burr, burr. Burr, burr, burr. Come here. Oof. This is my buddy Simon. He plays games with me. Do not eat my microphone. I will bite your face. My microphone. This is Simon. This is Simon right here. He's my buddy. He's kind of dumb in the head. He's got issues. Simon goes, "Whoa, camera." And move. He was trying to bite my microphone. Like a doofus.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait.
Now, if River
that's
was
it.
here,
we
I could
must rebuild it
put
out
River
of diamond.
in the camera.
Diamond,
and she would
everything.
say hello, but
Yes. Come along, Stanley. We
I'm
have to go
stuck.
mining.
with doofus. No, I'm gonna shut the door. How do I? Can I shut? No, door maybe. No. All right, fine.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Perhaps. Can I get a mushroom, please? Maybe? Oh. I really wish we could jump. Of course, they'd probably...
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended
break
than
the
I had in
game.
mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Aw. Alright, we're back in Portal.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Go in there. And can I pick up the broken... Yeah. Oh, where did the mug piece go? Where? I guess I lost it. Push button. I guess I have to play along at this point. Really? Let me through. Alright. Let's see if we can get back to the beginning and do something different.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius.
Yes, I am quite
No,
the
actually,
genius.
you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons.
You're kind of a
I
jerk.
think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work. and I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Just call me Alice. Oh, so it dumps you down here no matter what you do. Alright. Box of things and stuff. Okay. Rooms. Rooms with a view. I kind of think I want to go in there. Now let's go back out. And yep.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
I'm pushing buttons.
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Ooh, I can enter a different one each time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
So I'm
it
going to
perfectly
blaze
well.
through this and see if I
Perhaps
can
he wanted
get
to stop by the
that,
employee lounge
computer.
first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I'm only doing that
Good
to see
job,
if I can
Stanley.
reset the computers
Everyone
and
thinks
enter
you're very powerful.
another purple thing on the computer with each revolution of going through there. Although
How
by
long
dying,
was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days?
I may have broken it.
Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Something's different. Okay, I don't see a computer with an input thingy. Huh. That dude doesn't even have a computer. What is he doing? Huh. Well... Hey, that dude's got something else going on his computer. What's going on there? Hey!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, let's try the left. Ooh, that would be my office, 413. That computer's just got a glow.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
TPS reports. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come in this weekend. Oh, what's this? Cabal planning. Mm-hmm. What to do about 432? I didn't tell 432 about the meeting. Oh, really? Aren't you fantastic? Okay. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Get Chris out of the broom. What am I doing in the broom closet, first of all? That's not funny. What is hot? Let's see. There's got to be a clue on here. Some sort of child trap.
Throw something in the ideas bin.
Okay. Let's figure this out here. Broom closet, where's Chris?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got
See,
back
this
on
is where the
track.
Inception thing comes in. My name is Christian, so I am Chris, and I am in the broom closet, but I am Stanley, and Stanley is in the broom closet.
There
so
was nothing here.
simultaneously,
No
Chris
choice
and
to
Stanley
make,
are in
no
the
path
broom
to follow,
closet.
just an
However,
empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
If we continue, we may break the internet. Give me
It was baffling that
things.
Stanley
I want-
was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
For those of you that don't know what FA is, it means
Are you
F all.
really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I like the closet. The closet is my friend.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said
Yes.
Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Not
I
true.
never would have thought to mention it.
Because, one, it's an openable door, and two, there was a note about it on the whiteboard. So you are lying, sir,
Maybe to you,
and I'm
this
knocking
is
my
somehow
headset
its
around.
own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
The broom closet ending was my favorite.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I'm not addicted to drugs. I take painkillers because they're required for me to function. Thank
Well,
you
I've
very
come
much.
to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
It's fun.
Okay. I must apologize. I've lost my mind. We shall leave the broom closet indubitably. Herewith, fourth tooth, and so on. Charge!
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Player two
I
has
guarantee
entered the
you
arena.
can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. We are not going upstairs. We are going down into the creepy downstairs, which I've never seen this before. Let's see if can I take fire? Can I undo no. Gauges, turn things, fire. Why do they keep fire in a pipe?
They keep fire in a pipe.
Oh. Apparently, there's a basement.
Apparently there's a basement with a car.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He
Yes.
might be fired for that. And in
Possibly.
such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished?
What?
His boss would think he was
No.
crazy.
Now hold on a minute.
And then something occurred to Stanley.
No.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all?
No.
None
Maybe
of it made any logical sense.
maybe he didn't want to be
And
stuck
as
down
Stanley
there.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
No.
He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
No. If I was
Thought to himself,
dreaming,
I suppose I'll wake
I
up
would
soon.
drag
Have to
you
go
out of whatever
back to my
hole you're
boring
in.
real-life job pushing buttons. I may
bring
as
you to
well
the
enjoy
floor
this while I'm still
and bring you to the
enjoy
floor
this while I'm still
and break your
lucid.
jaw.
So
you'll
he
shut
imagined
up.
himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Pretty.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
No. I've
So
already
he
said if
closed
it was
his
a dream,
eyes
I would
gently.
shut you up.
And he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment,
This is not a
and
dream.
my wife, and my job.
This is a nightmare.
All I want
get
is
that
my
straight.
life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Right. Nope, we're still here. It's not a dream. Told you.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an
Exciting music.
office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Not a
But on
woman.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the
Whoa!
body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows
Stanley's
what crazy
dead.
people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know
No.
what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh, really? Freaking back here again. I still can't push buttons on my computer. I can push buttons on everybody else's
Already this
computers,
was
but not my
uncomfortable,
computer.
and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Uh-huh. Alright, do we still... Where's my input thing? Do I not get an input screen? Because I know I had like 3 more characters to go on that. Well, let's see what happens here. Because already
When
the
Stanley
narration
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's go on the left this time. And this time we won't play with the broom closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oof. Okay. What is this? Hey, I need to use the restroom before I go see my boss. Let me in.
Let me in the toilet.
Okay, no toilet for me. Oh, seriously? Jerk. Let's see if it'll open now. Nope. Still locked. Man, this is nice compared to the rest of this pokey building. Is that my boss's office? Or is that my boss's office? Which one's my boss's office? Oh, hey, I did another input. Oh, yeah. I have a feeling that has something to do with something. I can't go in there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
What does
And so
face
the
punch
boss had
do?
assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Oh, goodness.
But of
What
course,
the heck is this?
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Okay, this is frightening, as if the game wasn't disturbing enough. Okay. Please tell me there's no reason to leave
Stanley
that on.
just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
That
Trying
was
to
frightening.
input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Ooh, cognac. Or no, not cognac. What is that? Chianti.
2845.
Would you shut up, buddy? It looks disturbingly like my handbag from me dying on the sidewalk.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Wonder if I can push it now.
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no, this is what he was going to do instead.
Okay, so apparently entering the code after the door's already open does absolutely bupkis. That's fantastic. What is the need for such a high ceiling? For the boss's ego. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's over here?
I cannot see.
All these options and I get a red button. Ah! I don't understand the face punch thing. And I'm guessing I have to go over and over through the process to
Descending
get
deeper
the
into the building,
input.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Excuse me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Let me back up. You bastard. I don't want to go in. Oh, escape. Yes!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Dude, I have already jumped off platforms and...
The door behind him was not shut.
Yeah, I don't
Stanley
care.
still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
What's the name of the game? Whoa. What the... Oh, hello.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Nope.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay, now I've got a narrator for a narrator, and we have entered Stanception. What the...
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What the heck is this?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
I think it's
Do you see
broken.
that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
It's disconcerting. Slightly disconcerting. At this point, I'm starting to think. Somebody is just messing with me. Flame Blast, you said this is the museum ending? This doesn't seem like an ending. I'm kind of confused. Kevin McLeod. Why does that name sound familiar? I'll have to look that name up later. Let's see. Maintenance room. Alright. Copies. Making copies. Copier. It's kind of significant that I'm playing this after today I finished my 13th complete watch through of The Office since it ended, which I thought was fairly significant. So I was like, let's play Stanley Parable. We haven't touched that in forever, and I remember pretty much nothing of this because the first couple times I played it through, I just ran to the end.
Stanley pushed the number 6. Shoot. Well, when Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice.
It's just kind of creepy. I guess I have to go back around here. And up. Oppa. I really want to jump. Freedom ending. I guess it's the ending I got. You go out and there's a big door that opens and it's lush fields. Countdown. I think I've ever seen a countdown. Yeah, there's apparently things I have yet to do. Zending model. Huh. Apparently, this is broken as well. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'd say those are kind of broken. This is like a jacked up version of Portal. Except it's a little more mean, I think. I just saw those lights on. It's not funny. Oh. vent. I wonder if there is a vent. Oh. I don't trust it when they say they never did do any of the other stuff. Always makes me think that there's got to be a secret ending somewhere. Let's see here. Cargo lift. Yada yada yada. Let's see. I don't remember seeing a phone. Whoa. Let's see. How surreal will this game be? Dear Strong Bad, how do you type with boxing gloves on? Ben. Okay, that's nonsense. Lounge, yada yada. Okay, let's see here. Ah! Left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office.
Stanley's got messages.
Never got to check them. Locked out of his office. Poor sod. Oh, that's brightening chains. What?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Hey.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
I'd kind of rather have you, because, to be honest, he's a bit annoying.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Squishy.
Squish.
So see, now I've got a mission, because I have computer entry keys that I've got to try to figure out. I really hope this doesn't reset my progress on some of the other stuff.
This is the story of a man named...
If it does, I'll be sorely disappointed.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Aha!
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There we go. We got one more. One more input received. Which means I probably have to start another iteration to get to it, but... we'll see here. Now, do we go left or do we go right? That is the question. Wait a minute. Wait, is this different? This seems... I don't remember that before.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, I can go to the toilet now. What? Moony crisp. Okay, so I wasn't able to get here before, but I can get here now. Why? If I could grab the towel, I would be prepared. As any good 42 would know, the towel is important. Okay, now that that's closed, I wonder if anything changes here. Alright, that's a dead end. That is locked. Oh! Arrow. Check the computer first. Nope. Let's do all of the new stuffs. But ooh. Arrow. Have it later. Cannot read that. Eyesight much too bad. Let's go up. Up. The music's saying my name and it's creepy. Hey, you said a bad word. Okay, this is a really long elevator ride to be going up. Something's not right. could. We went nowhere. Wonder what happens if we go down.
Down.
I swear!
The elevator took me nowhere. It's just a freaking box of music. Unless I have to sit in there for like an hour for it to go anywhere, which would be kind of silly. I don't get it. It's like a musical break or something. Alright, let's... I get this feeling that the elevator should go somewhere. Why is he shooting a panda? That ain't right. That ain't right. What a dick. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Yes.
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Looks like we are committed to this choice yet again. Alright, let's push the button. Make it go, buddy. Alright.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Let's do this. Mind freaking control. Alright.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
A secret disco party? Please explain. I would like to know about a secret disco party.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Hey, that one up there looks broken. Wait, go back to the numbers. 234 is buggered up there, and it looks like that's the only one.
Funky Town. Funky Town.
Now, I'm just going to assume that I can move forward at this point, because I know I don't want to subject anyone to my funky dance moves. I can't help but think there's something here.
No, he refused to believe it. He
Secrets for
couldn't
President
accept it.
2016.
His own life
Kinda
in
frightening.
someone else's control? Never.
Considering
it was
the options we
unthinkable,
have.
wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here
Disco
was the proof.
breakdown.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I can't help but think. Slightly reminiscent of the final room in Portal. Just kind of frightening. Alright, so we've got a number 5 there. We've got... everything's offline. Got a 1 and a 2. And a 4. Maybe a 3. Is that a 3? Yep. Ah. See if I can push these in order here. 1. 2. 3. 4. Considering this game and the way it is, I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't push each button the number of times that the number is. That's 5. Nothing's happening. Alright, wonder what this does. No? Let's go anywhere? No? Zero, 1. Something with the numbers. Something with the numbers. What does this do? Nope. Okay, so we're gonna go 1. And then 1, 2. And then we're gonna go 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we'll go back down and try to remember where number 5 was. I think it's over here, yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think did anything. Welcome back. I get beepy bloopy boopy noises. Uh-oh. Enable. I've got numbered buttons that do absolutely nada. I've got this looks like a power button, but it does nothing. Activate power cells. Huh. Yeah, there's... I can't tell what's on that yellow button. But the green button looks like it's got arrows going both ways, and then this button looks like a 6 with an arrow, or a house. Like a home key. And I think these are all dead. Well, it's disappointing. Nothing works. Oh, because this is the power for it.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh,
in the
that's
event
fun.
that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Of course.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A
That would be
moment of
nice.
solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30
shut up.
seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
I think he's related to GLaDOS. Sir, you have issues. Oh, what is this? Oh. Heaven. I'm in heaven. Ah, it's Stanley heaven because he can push buttons to his little heart's content. I see. Clever. Oh, and they relight. So it's an eternity of button pushing. Huh. Not very many red ones. Button. It's like Gurr from Invader Zim. What's that button do? So I'm guessing in order to get out of here. So apparently there's an
This
achievement
is the story of a man named Stanley.
that has to do with 8s. I should probably not push that again, yeah? It'd be a bad thing. Because I think... Let's see, I went there, and then I went, and then I went there, and I went there. And then I went, and then I went... I'm trying to think if there's a path I haven't taken yet. So... Wait a minute.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What? Okay, let's look at these other doors first. Because that's bizarre.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Console. Bark. I'm confused. Well, this is all new. So... Oh, hey. New furniture.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There is a path that I have not taken yet.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, we still haven't done that. And we still haven't actually crossed to the platform. So
Stanley was so
this
bad
way.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, let's do
Look,
this.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
No, I'm on the right
not
foot,
your
thank you very
enemy,
much.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her. Okay, that's new. So for her. Who is her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Okay. Whoa!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
That's
I'm trying
just
to make
wrong.
a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
427, that's my apartment.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Ooh, we have taken a dark turn. You punk. This is a horrible apartment.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Oh.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back
see
to
what's
work.
happening.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic
baby.
discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Sure, let's press O. Or is it 0?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. first, he imagined that one day while at work,
What a
he stepped
jerk.
up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
I've done
Down
several
one path lay an enormous round room
poor choices.
with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
yes, this is
and
another
he called it the Stanley
do not
Parable.
obey. It's essentially, I think before you got here, I was given the opportunity to do something with a phone, and I answered it before I saw that Flame told me to unplug it. So I am basically my ideal apartment, my ideal home is slowly being turned into an office as I'm pushing buttons, and I have a feeling it's going to reset me back into the office I start in.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it
kind of
again,
sad.
and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never
Kind
end,
of, yes.
that he might always feel this free.
I don't
Surely
like
there's an
it.
answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh, there's the rub. Oh, I love you.
But there is no answer.
Nope.
How could there possibly
Yep, here's
be?
my desk.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the
sad.
same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
I don't want to go to sleep because I don't trust you. Wonder if I can crawl under my desk. Nope. All right.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I
It's often for sale on Steam. I caught it at a half-off sale at one point, I think, whenever I bought it. But it's one of those you want to follow on Steam. So, should I go back to the phone and quite simply not unplug it at this point?
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
But I feel I'm getting deeper into a narrative here that I just have not done before. Because now I'm back into the orange hallways, but my computer was still set for the heaven ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, so I'm going to
And
get
here it
back
was,
to the phone.
the lounge. But eager to get back to business,
What a
Stanley
room,
took the
what a
first
room,
open
what
door
a
on his
room.
left.
All right.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Okay.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long.
I'm
if
a
you
real
made any more
boy.
wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
A back, sack, and crack. I don't even want to know.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative
Oh, my.
contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I have a feeling I don't want to make the same choice again. I want to do it all over again. Okay. Wait. Hey, they put rails on it. I guess they got tired of me jumping. It's not safe.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I don't know. It feels kind of real to me. So now we're going backwards. Hooray! I guess they're forcing me to go all the way back to the beginning instead of just hitting the reset button.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left. Left. I think we'll go to the right once again.
No! Why did you do that?
Oh.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
It looks kind of broken over here. Yeah, it does look kind of broken. Ugh. Part of the wall. Whoa, hello. That's a... apparently that's an empty filing cabinet because it has no paper in it. It hasn't had its fiber. Alright, well that's broken. Let's see, what does this do? Nope. Alright, we have no choice. We must go left. Oh my.
I can't believe after everything we talked about that you...
Whoopsie.
My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed
more
to do?
interesting this
Even
way.
if there
Shut
were a
up.
way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever.
Ooh, baby.
I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have
Bring
to
that
shut the game
chick
down.
back. I like her
have
better
to.
than you.
I have to.
Oh my. Hello? Hello, Clarice. Oh my.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
It's broken.
What, did you think that would be funny?
Yes.
You just had to see?
Uh-huh.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Yeah, because he's a
That
drone.
thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Dipstick.
That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh,
It's very nice.
my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What do you think? Should we go right again? I think we should go right again. Fairly certain we should go right again. But I don't know. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Do not follow instructions.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Hey!
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so this time I went right, and he just booted me back to this room. So I'm thinking it's just gonna be... Like, it's kind of dark over here. What was all that about? If he's gonna force me back every time...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Well, I've tried to interact with the plants, and it normally doesn't do anything. Because it's not like amnesia or anything like that where you can pick up all the stuff. Although, this in that engine would be fun because I could pick up whiteboards and throw them and do all sorts of crazy stuff. Oh, I can't get the broom closet now. What's up with that?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hey! I can't go down anymore. What's wrong with you? Oh, sure. Mindless drone. No choices anymore. See if the toilet's still here. Nope, can't go in the toilet either. Probably can't go in here either. Nope. I'm stuck. Whoa! Wait, hold on. Alright, the office is apparently broken this time.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night butt 321.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115! Make it go! It's not working.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115!
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Shut your mouth.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
Oh,
open
crap.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hello. Hi, Stanley. You... Wow.
Stanley?
That's really me?
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
It's kind
Choose.
of disturbing.
something.
But it's nice to know he actually has feet.
This is more important than you can ever know.
He does look kind of a plain dude, doesn't he?
So, you hear me? Are you there?
He's got kind of this stooped look, like he's been on a computer too long.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Zip. If only I could pee on his head. Might wake him up. Oh my god, are you serious? Okay, so... I think I'm gonna do... the obey ending.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it?
Or maybe not.
Is this Stanley's office?
Because he's never said that before. Now I'm kind of disconcerted. Somebody got fired, I guess.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, so yeah, let's do everything he says to do and see if we can get him to shut up. The creator's other game is the Beginner's Guide. Was that is that a 16 or an 8-bit game? Hold on, I'm gonna tab out real quick. And I'm going to do a search for that game, because now you've got me interested. For some reason, the Steam store. There we go. So it's called The Beginner's Guide. All right. So we'll just add that to the wish list. It looks frightening, actually. Huh, I'm gonna have to go check that one out later. Looks quite interesting. Alright, so we're gonna do everything he says to do this
Yet
time.
there was not a single person here either.
I'll race
Feeling a
through it
wave
here.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
right in here.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Oops.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Hey, sounds like Yanni. I guess I shouldn't have rushed so fast, should I?
Let me through the door!
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Uh-huh. Okay. Here we go. Open passageway. Push the button. Just let me know when. I've got some changes coming up, possibly, to my
Stanley walked
employment.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So I'm not sure what I'll be doing in February, but we can figure something out for sure.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, Yanni would need a little fire in the fireplace.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Not a
Was it
Walmart
even
greeter,
possible?
no.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to jinx it, but
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
It's a
happy
much needed change.
Or sad,
We'll
or
put it that way.
content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Boom! You're done. Dishes are done, dude.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, It will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley's not real. Poor sod. All right. Well, that's a good way to end this run. I think I've been on here for a few hours now, and I'm tired. So this was basically a test of my stream setup, because on the 7th of November I'm going to be doing what you see up here is the Extra Life. Going to try to raise some money for some charity for some kids. I'm on a team with Jason E., who used to write exclusively for Forbes Tech, but he's branched out and he writes articles for a lot of different sources now and has his own forum, and everybody in the forum kind of teamed up together for the game technician team for Extra Life. So we're all doing that. I think the team goal is 5,000, and we've got over 1,000 so far. I haven't raised jack. Nobody's donated to me yet, but I'm hoping the day of people will actually donate. My goal is like $100 because it's my first time doing it, and I didn't even know I was going to raise anything. So I'm going to be, it's why I've got the whole screen set up here and all this stuff, because it's going to like monitor in real time how much money I'm pulling in, and I'll have some other information up there too, I hope, if I can make it all work. But it'll be, I think it starts at 7 or 8 in the morning on a Saturday, and I'm basically going to play games. I'm going to try to find some story games like this. In fact, I may do this Saturday morning just to kind of warm up. But if you have any suggestions of stuff to play that would make a good story run through, please let me know, because I will definitely, I'm trying to put together a list. And then at some point I think I'm going to play some Dragon Age Inquisition, or I've got some other stuff lined up that would be kind of fun too. I'm just not sure exactly what order I want to do it all in. I may buy some games, some new games as well, specifically to kind of test out. There's I forget. Oh, I don't want to do Minecraft story mode, because that's, for one, it's really, from what I've seen of some folks that have played it, it's really targeted at kids, and two, it just looks really wonky the way that they did it. I'm not too impressed by it. The animation is great, but everything else, the controls and just the whole process of the game, kind of, I'm not real sure I like it very much. But there's some 8-bit story mode type games that I'm looking at, as well as there's a space combat game. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. Let me see if I've got it on my Steam here. Games, wish list. Where is my wish list? There it is. I've got the beginner's guide on there. I may do the beginner's guide, because that'll be a game that I have not played. And then I thought about doing like King's Quest or like The Long Dark, but Rebel Galaxy, I think, is the name of it. Looks really good. Me and some of the guys on the Game Technician were talking about maybe doing it together. It just depends. We're still kind of talking about it. But they've got it on sale until the 27th, and it looks really good. So we were looking at doing that. I might do some Ark Survival Evolved, or there's a really disturbing game that I may do really late at night called Massakesia, which from everything I've read of it sounds just really rough. It's why I want to do it really late at night, because it supposedly got some pretty heinously adult themes. It's not like sexual or anything, but it's violent. So I thought that would be a good late night thing to do. But I'm looking at some stuff, so we'll see. Human Resource Machine, made by the same guys who did the Fireplace game. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. That looked pretty interesting. And then, of course, there's This Book is a Dungeon, which I've heard is really fun. So we'll see. But anywho, I'm going to probably call it a night because I'm kind of tired. But shoot me a message on Twitch or visit my Facebook page, facebook.com/Oklahoma Misfit. I think. I think that should work. Yep, that's me. Shoot me a message on there and just give me some suggestions, since you kind of know what kind of direction I'm thinking about taking it with the story mode. But I don't want I want something that I can finish that day. I don't want anything that's like too huge. That's why I'm thinking about not doing Inquisition, just because I wouldn't be able to do anything. So I may do some Plague Inc. Evolved, since it's kind of a fast, it doesn't last very long. We'll see. Anywho, that's a link to my Facebook. Hit me up on there, send me an invite. I will respond. And for now, I'm going to shut everything down and go to sleep, because my cats are already asleep and they're making me tired just thinking about it. So thanks for hanging out and putting up with my insanity with a little bit of Stanley Parable. Maybe I'll even cut this up and post this to Facebook. It's been kind of